Hey everyone, welcome back to week 2 of the Bro League. This is the first game of the week. My name is Dilly. I'm joined by our lovely caster Parm and hosted by Dynamite. Today we have the Super Soakers versus the Modest Militia. Take it away with the rosters, Parm.
Alright. Well, Dilly, I know you're feeling quite parched. Lips are dry. And this is great thing about the Super Soakers. They'll get you right back on track. We got Midnight Fire. We got TXC Coyote. Jay's being subbed out today for Nova. We got Norway. Yeah. And then we have Yuri, who I think subbed for someone else. Correct?
I believe it is Salt.
Salt. Alright. We got it. Now we're dealing with the Modest Militia. Take it away, Mr. Dilly.
And on the Modest Militia, we have Uncle D, Comfy Blanket, Pigeon Eyes, Jay Mosey, and their sub for today, in the place of Nyx, is going to be Terry. Now let's see what the map bands look like.
All right. So, first ban from the Super Soakers was Bank, followed by a Border, Villa, Theme, Oregon, and Sky to decide on Clubhouse, with the Super Soakers electing to defend first. Pretty standard, I guess. Clubhouse is kind of 50-50, in my opinion, for attack and defense, but, they prefer to defend, and that's what they're going to do.
Yeah, Club's a very popular map. Most people know it, the ins and outs of it. It's a pretty comfortable map for both teams. Should be a good game.
Yep, I'm excited.
I
have not scrimmed them on Clubhouse, so I don't know how they play it, but I know Norway. That guy's crazy. If there's a window, he's jumping out. That guy's a menace.
Yeah, from what we saw last week, both of these teams are pretty good. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe they both have wins.
Yeah, that sounds right. Don't really have the numbers in front of me, but I'll believe it. Both these teams pretty strong. It'll be quite the competitive game. Excited to see it.
Let's see, I'm just pulling up the stats here right now. And I was actually misspoke. Modest Militia actually is 0-1 to start. And Super Soakers are 1-0, in fact.
Okay. But hey, this is a chance for Modest Militia to, go for the upset. I haven't seen all this division teams play, but Super Soakers does look the strongest on paper, in my opinion. But, an upset can always happen. It's Clubhouse. Everybody knows Clubhouse. Shit can get real quick. Just depends on how they execute,
Yeah, but without further ado, let's kick off into the game.
Yep, let's do it. Alright, ban phase. There's a lot of different ways that you can go here. Thatcher's always possible. Any of the hard breachers are a good ban on this map. But we've seen Dokkaebi banned so often that I wouldn't be surprised if they just banned Dokkaebi right here. And, to hell with any other counter strat. But let's see. They're really taking their time. They're discussing it. I like it. Oh, it's the Jackal, man. Did not expect that, but
yeah,
here we are.
Yeah, it seems obvious that they don't really want to have to deal with the roam clear, as they are starting on defense. So maybe an aggressive game you might see from them.
Yep.
And followed up with an Osa. Okay. I actually like that ban. Especially for like a CC attack. Osa can put quite a stronghold on the platform.
Yeah, Osa's incredibly strong for both top floor attacks, along with I would say a bar stock if we see it. She can be used for basement for like an oil pit play, but we won't see that today. And a zombie being the ban for Modest Militia on the defense, that's fair. A zombie is incredibly powerful. Probably one of the best defenders, top 3 right now in the meta currently. And she makes attacking pretty much every site hell, to say the least.
Yeah, most definitely. So now what I'm looking for is a Solus ban or a Valk ban. Okay, yeah, that was the other ban I was looking for. Yeah, Valk, good on every single map, most bomb sites, great intel op, great for an aggressive playstyle.
Yeah, I love playing the Valk camps for below, going for the C4s. Which it looks like the site they're going with would be a perfect site, but we see Norway rocking the pulse. He's going old school with the C4 intel to start off with.
Yeah, most definitely. And then we see the attack bringing out a Fuse and a Kali. Now, the Kali on a basement may not be the greatest pick. Not really much utilization of the kit. Fuse, however, I really like. Great for clearing utility, especially if they're trying to impact trick the hatch. However, with the pulse, that may be a little sketchy.
Yeah, I don't think Pigeon's gonna sick the Kali, but maybe he's played some old school MW2. He's been practicing his quick scopes. He's ready to take fights, but we'll see. They have about 20 seconds to make any changes to their lineup with attacker repick. So far the setup seems to be relatively default. Like they're reinforcing the 3 hatches. Not gonna go for a extended roam with Jacuzzi and Plat reinforce. Doesn't mean they won't roam. They do have the Vigil after all. Who's been spotted? Which can we hear it? Imagine being spotted as Vigil. Come on, guys.
And we do see that Pigeon Eye switched off to Kali, electing for a Doke, who is great for clearing roam. Probably one of the better attacking ops right now. Very annoying to deal with.
Yeah, well said. Dokeby is incredibly strong right now. Still surprised she made it through ban phase, but if she's up, never a bad thing to play. And it looks like they know that this Vigil's in rafters, and they're focusing on it. They're opening G1 right now, but he's able to vault out and get away scot-free right now.
Yeah, and as it looks like, Salt is kind of on an island. Doesn't really seem to be any other roamer support. So if he can get pinched, actually, as I say that, it looks like one might be in bar. Maybe the Pulse? It is the Pulse. Okay, yeah. So yeah, he does have a little support, but they don't have any hatches open to fall back. So they may get stuck out here if the attackers can capitalize on this.
Yeah, Norway playing a crazy game with the Pulse. I don't know if it's just because no one else feels comfortable or wants to play up there with the Vigil, but not what I would do as a Pulse player. Oh, and Salt takes out the Iana blanket, getting the first opening pick of this match, sided for the Super Soakers.
Yeah, and the attack is a little slow on this roam clear. It seems that they may not have the greatest droning on the Vigil to try to find out where he's at. As we saw with him being able to get the pick on Blanket, with Blanket seeming to kind of have no idea where he was located. And as of right now, it seems like they're kind of just letting the roamers go free, not really pushing him anymore.
Oh, only haunting the Vigil. Seems like a gunfight taking place top main. But the Cade is creeping up. He might be able to get a free pick. Oh, nope. And Mosey shuts him down. Just only suffering about half health. But they still have to deal with that Vigil upstairs. Who's just, being annoying. Norway getting that Pulse C4. Unfortunately, the Fuse not being able to do much.
Yeah, this roamer on the top floor may be a bit of trouble for the attack. Being able to go for this late flank as the attackers are trying to execute on site. As you can see, you have the Hibana holding the flank. So that means they have a 2-man... Oh, and as I say that, Mosey gets a kill. That was a 3v3, a 2v3. Mosey going crazy this round.
Yeah, and it's just the Pulse without a C4. Vigil is coming back down blue, so he's not on an island. Pulse does get another pick to even it out 2v2. And Pigeon shut down. It's just Mosey. He can go for the ace here if he gets these 2 kills. And he's unable to. That is opening round to the Super Soakers, round 1.
Yeah, and it turns out that the roaming vigil is what's going to end the round for the attackers. Not being able to clear him out early turned out to be the downfall, as he was able to come back into sight and get the last 2 kills for the defense.
Yeah, if they had someone on that balcony when they knew he was still in rafters, they could have cut him off and took him down just right away and would not have had to deal with him. But, sometimes that's how it goes. We're seeing Jim Bedroom for the second site. We're seeing a Mira being brought. Very, very standard when she's available. Probably going to be one shower or on the B2 wall, and the other one either going to be the Logi wall or on the vault wall. We'll see.
Yeah, and we see the on Pigeon Eyes being brought again. Now it seems like he must love Callie, which with the Thatcher up, Callie doesn't seem like the greatest pick. But let's see if Pigeon Eyes sticks it and he's able to work with it.
I think he's just flexing the Callie. Maybe he has a 6 skin on Callie, just for the
that is always an option.
But dress well, play well.
However, it does look like he's going to be sticking it.
I like it. Callie does clear a lot of utility, but the defense of Super Soakers does not have very much utility. They don't even have a shield on smoke. Just the view jammer, really. And they're peppering shots through Plat, hoping to get a free pick. No damage done, though. With the Solace of Coyote lurking underneath. Probably going to go for a jump out. They know the push is coming from this side, primarily.
Yeah, it is a CC side overtake, it seemed like. With the Coyote down here with the Solace may be detrimental to the attack. Being able to clear all the utility if they have it, know when they're droning, what they're droning from, and be able to maybe get an easy pick out of it. As we see, the Sledge is going to open up the plot wall, going to start trying to get this attack started on the CC side. And as we see this, Uncle D on Thermite is trying to open the Jacuzzi wall.
Yeah, it looks like he took some damage from the drone hole. Just getting aggressive. Oh, Blanket peppering Midnight with a whole lot of damage there. She's at 30 HP or so right now, and she seems to be on the island. I can't tell if there's any support. She does have con head holes at the moment. And
Blanket downs himself with his own nade.
Now that you don't want to see.
Yeah, let's see if Midnight Fire can realize this, because she might be able to get a free pick or two. It doesn't seem that she does, or she's just deciding to play a little more passively. Let's see if Blanket can capitalize. No, she doesn't. Oh, they trade. That's that online siege for you.
Yeah, looks like Mosey was aware of the Solace of Coyote lurking underneath, but he's ran off. Thermite smacked in the mirror. He's getting aggressive, and then he just walks out. Just had a very quick vacation, one day.
Yeah, and we see Terry able to find the Vigil, and Nova smoke goes down. That might be terrible for the defense.
Yeah. Oh, and just like that, it's a little bit more even. 3v2, 50 seconds, 2v2. No C4 on the board, but 2 impacts. Terry has 2 nades in pocket, and Callie is carrying the case. 40 seconds left. They still have a chance to make a play. They do have 2 drones to use. Not sure where they're at, if they're close enough to do anything with.
And we see Coyote maybe looking to want to get aggressive on the main stairs and swing the Logi player. Let's see. As of right now, he's holding still. But Norway and Coyote holding great positions to be able to stop this attack. And just like that, Norway gets the pick on Terry. Only the Callie left alive. Oh, gets a tag on Norway. Not able to finish it. In a crossfire, and that goes for the defense.
Yep, round 2. They had a great start. They kind of threw bodies away. I didn't see much droning, like late round when they had the 4v2 or the 3v2 more so. The 4v2 only lasted about 5 seconds before Coyote traded someone out. Unfortunate, the Callie shot shooting Mira in the butt did not down her. Just too tanky.
Yeah, real unlucky. That's 3 speeds right there, or 3 armors. Beg my pardon. But yeah, I noticed that the attack was a little slow, and then once they got the advantage, it seems like they kind of let it slip away a little bit. Let the defenders get too many one-for-ones, it seemed like. But on to the next round, we're going to go to CC cash defense. We have a bandit, so we may see some bandit tricking involved.
Yeah, CC used to be the most, or one of the most popular sites on this map. Kind of fallen out recently in the last few months. I think everyone just knows kind of how to attack it. So if Modest Militia want to get back into this game, prevent a much bigger deficit, this is the perfect round to take back and get momentum to get back into this game. I'm wondering if what they're going to do with the fuse, unless they plan to deal with a bandit tricker that way, which, I mean, that's creative. Never seen it before. I don't know if that server window reaches to the breach or not, but we'll see.
Yeah, as we saw just a little bit ago, the Echo opened the hatch in Strip Club and put his yokai there. So he's going to be using that to pop up over the hatch and get some valuable information outside. Almost like an outside cam, but able to flip. And just like that, Mosey gets an opening pick on Norway. That's the Wamai. That might be the only Raptors player. And just like that, the attack has a great start to this round.
Yeah, I don't know what Norway was thinking there. I did mention, if there's a window, he'll jump out of it. But, you know, sometimes that aggression can really hurt your team. And right now, they don't have a Wamai playing Raptors. Coyote does, however, even out the playing field with the taking out blanket, Yayana. And that's their only nades off the board.
Yeah. And, you know, once again, they have the Thatcher available, so I really wonder why they elect to go the Cali instead. And we see the Bandit's able to get the trick off. You know, tricking on a Cali is honestly a little easy.
And he's able to get, I think he's able to get the wall. Yep, Bandit's running off. He did take out one of the thermite charges, but they don't have any other breach to get garage or con. So this is not horrible for defense right now. Unfortunately, you don't have the extra magnets, and that's what the fuse is doing. Looks like that'll clear a lot of utility out, at least near the breach. Not sure how much is over there, but you know, that's something. Midnight with the C4, that takes out Uncle D Thermite. And now round is really turning, just going downhill for Modest Militia as they're down 2 in the man count.
Yeah, and as we see, Nova and the Echo is able to retake the Raptor position that was lost very early in the round. Now there's a fight down here with the Cali and the Solus. Cali gets the down on the Solus. Now it's a 3v2 in favor of the defense. Can the attack find another pick or two to even it out?
Yeah, but right now it's really looking strong. Echo's still alive. Don't know if both of his camps are nearby. There was the one in Raptors, along with then there was one over by Strip. Assuming he hasn't moved back, so that's a long drive. And Salt will take out Terry. It's a 3v1 with C4 and 3 guns trained up. This is not looking great for the Modest Militia right now on round 3.
Yeah, Cali, not the greatest gun to try to take into a 1v3. But just like that, he takes out one, though, 2v1. Suddenly it's a lot more winnable. Although, does he know the mute of Midnight Fire is close on the door with a shotgun? And it does not matter, as Bandit swings and gets the kill. Great defense, once again.
Yeah, good kills for the MW2 montage, but unfortunately does not equate to a round win for Modest Militia. And basements open up. We'll probably see that from the Super Soakers. You know, there seems to be just some coordination issue. Maybe it's because of the sub from Modest Militia, but it's a long game. They can still turn around, but they need to start taking the rounds now to give them some life. Otherwise, it's going to be a tough time when they switch sides.
Yeah, what I'm noticing is that the attack is going a little bit slowly. Yeah, like you said, it might be because of the sub, not having full coordination there. But I think that's the biggest thing they're doing is, you know, they're able to get the man advantage. I believe in at least 2 out of the 3 rounds they have the man advantage, and not able to really capitalize on it. As we see here, we're going to the basement. Norway going with his pulse again. You know, it seems like a really patented op from him on this basement. I notice whenever I play with him or see him play, he's quite a lot of the time he's playing pulse on this basement.
Harry finds the hidden drone. the perks of being a Solace player, you know. No hiding from him. This lineup looks to be very similar to the last time they played the site. The Goya wasn't part of it, but I cannot remember who was there instead. Solace also was switched out, so it looks like a more aggressive roam coming from Super Soakers to hold the top floor and delay the attack.
And I actually really like this Goyo pick. You know, with what we've been saying that the attack is going a little bit slow, they have the Goyo who's great for delaying anything. So if the attack goes slow once again and they have the Goyo to deal with once they act fight, this may not look very good for the attack.
Yeah, we see the fuse being brought again. And it looks like Blanket's taking Jacuzzi. He's getting aggressive. I don't know if there's any drones for him, but he's looking for this player of Salt, and he might be able to cut him off. He's running into Con right now. And Blanket gets the opening pick, puts him in a good spot. They dealt with the Vigil way faster than last time, where Vigil was able to get away and around. And Fuse tanks a C4. That's one gone.
Yeah, that's the C4 off the pulse.
Yep. So things are looking pretty good for the Modest Militia right now with 1 minute, just 1 minute into the round.
Yeah. However, do they know that the Solus is still in bar? Because if not, he may be able to devastate this attack. Especially we know Coyote, great mechanical player. It does seem to know where he's at now. Let's see if the gunfight goes in Blanket. Oh, and he gets smoked by Coyote.
Yeah, he's running, but Cajun gets the trade. But the Thatcher's not needed. No Kate on the board, unless they want to open bottom main where maybe they'll have some mutes. But things are looking really good for the Modest Militia. Sucks to lose the Thatcher, and Mosey's had some good plays so far, but, you know, that utility's not necessary for this attack.
Yeah, most definitely. And we saw the Dokubi hack the cams, so if there's any cams that haven't been shot yet, the defense didn't bring any extra cams, but that bottom main cam, if not shot yet, can give some pretty good info. And now we have Blanket, Owen and Blue holding the Goyo. You know, if the Goyo is not aware of this could be a free pick for Blanket. But he seems to pull out his gadget. He knows he's there for sure, but it looks like there may be a cross with the mute and the rotate. Let's see if we get the swing off. No swing as of yet. Looks like they're going to open the hatch. Blanket's in sight all of a sudden. Terry gets the kill on the pulse. And just like that, the attackers have Arsenal control.
Yep, Dokubi could just walk into Arsenal and plant, but that's not needed. Blanket with a hell of a round. I believe that was a 4K. Good stuff from him. Especially getting that opening pick. This attack was just way better than, you know, and looks like they've learned from their mistakes the first 3 rounds. And you love to see it. More competitive game.
Yeah, the attack definitely sped up this time. And like we said earlier, got the opening pick, able to deal with the roamers a lot sooner than last time. It didn't let them become a thorn in their side the whole round. But now we're going back to the basement. Looks like the exact same lineup bringing out from the defense and or from the attack, my bad. And then the defense switching up a little bit, bringing a Maestro this time and going back to the Vigil. The Maestro may be a great play. However, if the Dokub is able to hack the cams again, that could go against the defense.
Yeah, they dropped the. Looks like they dropped the Goyo for the Jaeger and the Pulse for the Maestro. No C4 pick. They didn't get it the second round, but you know, looked like the Fuse just got out of the way in time and just tanked it from being a big beefy boy. We'll see how Super Soakers responds to the much faster clear if Coyote's to be more supportive of the Vigil, because Vigil was on an island by himself roaming last round when he got picked by Blanket on the zone.
Yeah, I'm not saying. It looks like it's just going to be another of the 2-man roam. No designated reinforcements or anything for the top floor. Coyote's going to be playing in the rafters again. This is where the Vigil was playing the first round. And Vigil's kind of taking Coyote's spot in the bar. So let's see. Oh, maybe it looks like Jaeger's actually coming up too. This may be a little heavier of a roam. However, I think he's just been playing on secret, being a thorn in their side. Let's see. It looks like it's going to be another CC side over. Uncle D trying to get cheeky with the little prone angle.
Yeah, looks like Coyote took some damage, I think, from the Blanket on Flash. Not 100% certain. Coyote was hanging around upstairs. And Coyote just shoots him through the floorboard, and a double! Oh my. 1 HP, but you took out the Zoe and the Thatcher, and you can just get back to sight with the knowledge you got 2 opening picks.
Yeah, great roam from Coyote, and it looks like the Vigil is playing a little more aggressive, so staying up. You know, they had trouble clearing him the first round. Now with 2 men down, this may be a harder attack.
Yeah, Uncle D is watching his rotate if he decides to come from main, just holding the fence repel. But Salt looks like he's ready to just, waste as much time as possible. They're feeling confident in themselves. He uses challenging kitchen right now as well. Not sure if he's going to be able to do anything else with the 2 roamers still in play by the main stairs.
Yeah, it looks like there's a heavy contested battle by the main stairs on fence repel. Ooh, Uncle D on Hibana gets tagged, maybe 1 HP. However, Coyote is also on 1 HP. Salt goes down from the Dokubi above. Can he get the double, or will... Oh, it looks like the Solus is just going to run down the stairs and save their life.
Yeah, smart play. Doesn't need to take the fight and let the man count even out. There's less than a minute left. The attack still has some utility. They have the fuse. They have 6 stuns still as well to use for any swings that they want to take part in.
Yeah, and it looks like the Dokubi is looking down the hatch, and I believe Fuse might also be looking down the hatch. They're going to need to drop the hatch and it's probably going to be a last-second execute once again. And just from the looks of it, the defense has all the hatches being watched. So this one may be swinging in the way of the defense unless the attackers can get crazy and get a few picks.
Yeah, and there's a VP in Moto watching the Moto drop as well. So looks like Fuse is trying to rotate through dirt with the case, but with 10 seconds, he's going to have to full send it. There's not much time. Dokubi dropping the Moto hatch, getting ready for the swing. Or rather, that was Hibana. Gets the pick. Fuse is down. That's case dropped. And right now, it's just, getting picks. And this is another round for the Super Soakers. Up 4-1. 1 defense round left for these flip sides. And unfortunately, those opening picks from Coyote through the crouch breach hole, that's the issue. If you crouch and place a breach charge, it opens up the floor, which is nice in some situations, but Coyote definitely took advantage there to change that round for the better for his team.
Yeah, that round never looked the same again for the attackers after losing 2 people very, very early. And especially with their slowish attacks they've been having, losing 2 people, not ideal. However, here we're going to be going to Gym Bedroom, and it looks like the attack's going to change it up a bit. They're going to bring the Nomad, maybe seeing that the defense is getting a little crazy with their roamers. And then bring the Sledge, great for the hatch or any hard utility that the defense brings. Switching to the Thatcher, I love that. I much prefer Thatcher over Akali, especially if they're bandit tricking. However, it doesn't look like they're doing that this round. But
yeah, I almost think that you need to either switch maybe the Zoe or the Nomads with Ace just to help deal with those mirror windows, because Thermite's not going to be able to open those unless Thermite goes absolute crazy trying to open it. But the range hard reach is much better for taking care of those. But we see Pigeon switching to the Ying, and it looks like they might get real crazy, which I'm liking that. That's what I need to see.
And Blanket switches to the Knock, which is great for his playstyle. He's a little bit of like a lurker, and Knock, the best lurker in the game. That's exactly what her playstyle is. So that might be a great switch. Might have the execute heavy Ying, and then with the flank coming in the back from the Knock. This may be a great attack in the making.
And they know that they have a player playing top red. Thermite gets through the open immediately. No contention besides a View Jammer. Not much that a View Jammer can do. Blanket creeping up the main stairs. No Barb. Oh, there's a Goo Mine. So they are aware of his presence. He's going to just keep going, though. He's sending it.
Yeah, kind of an interesting play. They know he's there. Gets into a gunfight with the Legion. Finds the pick on the prone Legion. Now they have top main control.
Yeah, let's see what they do with it. That's Uncle D gone from the C4 of Norway. So that's one. That's both C4s off the board. 4v2 again. Coyotes underneath. They need to recognize that they're just one on the site. And Pigeons finish off. It's now a 2v2. The Nova versus the Nova downing one player and downing another. It's just the Sledge now in a 1v2 with his teammate downed, and he's able to take that gunfight, win it. Coyote's still lurking underneath. He has a chance. He can go res his teammate, the Thatcher, Jay Mosey, on Jacuzzi. But they're both low health, and they have to deal with the fact that he's gonna know where they're gonna plant, regardless where they do it. And only one safe spot to do it, and they go on the bed.
Yeah, that is the safe spot. As far as I know, he can't deny it from below, so he's gonna have to come up the main stairs. And with that cam they just placed, they're gonna know he's coming up the main stairs. This may be a little bit of a difficult retake, especially. Oh, and now every player is gonna be on one shot of HP.
Yep,
the attackers should be able to win this, be able to hold across.
Yep, Terry is smart. He got outside of the building, and right now Mosey is kind of rounding B2, and Terry finishes off, and that's what they needed. Another round. Being down 4-2, not great, but much more manageable than the 5-1. Maybe this is just a defender-sided clubhouse game. But let's see how the first round goes for Modest Militia as they switch to defense.
Yeah, and it looks like the defense on Modest Militia is going to go to the basement. My personal favorite side on this map. I think it's the easiest one to hold. And, there's all kinds of options. You can go anchor heavy, roam heavy. Probably the greatest diversity and strats you can do on a bomb site on this map. Let's see. And with the defense, it looks like they're bringing out the Solus, like great op. And we see the Echo. I actually really like that pick.
Yeah, it seems to be very turtle focused. Delay the hatches. Even though Thatcher's up, you can make it, just making it more difficult, waste their utility to get those open. The Solace looks to be the main roamer. Maybe we'll see a Jaeger roam, or potentially Kaid if he's not tricking. But yeah, overall good lineup. They do have 4 impacts as well, so they could impact trick the hatches as well to just not allow them anything as far as kitchen goes.
Yeah, and something that the attack is doing that we didn't see much last in the last split is the attack is bringing out a Buck, who is a great operator for the defense, able to play the vert, and if he's actually using it, he has the hard breach charges. He does, in fact, have the hard breach charge. So that's an extra hard breacher right there. Along with the Habana, you can be able to open up all the hatches. And then we also see the Brava. First time we see the Brava on this map. And if he wants to get extra crazy, he might be able to find a yokai and be able to steal it for the attack.
Yeah, looks like they are setting up the impact trick holes, so Echo is ready for it. So they're gonna have to deal with EMPing the hatch and then impact evades deal with it. So the kitchen hatch might not be a very easy thing to do. So that's gonna rely heavily on the Buck to buck the kitchen floor and not allow anyone to play underneath that hatch.
Well, and they might see the Habana getting an early confrontation with the Solus. It looks like the attack might have a pinch on him. Doesn't see Solus swing, and he gets destroyed by Coyote.
Yep, he also seemed to be shot from the Habana, I believe, in Fence Hall. So, not a great spot for the Solus to be. Giving a pick so early in the round, and seemingly the only roamer, as we have the smoke on triple, we have Church player with Kaid and Echo under the hatch, and Mosey in blue as Jaeger. So. Iron sights.
That's an interesting play. As we see, he's holding the angle on the freezer walk, and it doesn't look like anyone's over there right now. Oh, maybe Norway. Maybe he'll be able to get an easy pick. Well, let's see. Norway, seeming to know they're going to try the impact trick, is only going to shoot 2 pellets, so not to lose them all at once. Very smart play from the Habana. And as we see, that is the struggle of playing against Habana on Clubhouse, That hatch, no matter how many impacts you bring, Habana will be able to wear you out. And for some reason, the smoke swings. That's another pick for the attack. And the smoke being one of the best denial ops, a little bit of an interesting play to swing that and give a free pick away.
Oh, looks like they can't get the kitchen hatch open because they used all the EMPs already. So the K trick and the impact trick just decimated that plan of attack.
Ooh.
They do have 2 nades though. They could nade it from from the floor holes if Iona rotates up. Which seems to be Coyote's play.
Yeah, and it does seem like the attack is stalling out a bit. They got those 2 opening picks, and now there's only 30 seconds left. Not able to open the kitchen hatch. It seems that they're still trying to get the kitchen hatch, but not able to. This might just end up being a mono drop.
Looks like it's split between Moto and Blue. Looks like Case is Moto. There's 2 Blue, 1 bottom main. And Mosey opens up with the first pick in this engagement. He's got another one to deal with. Uncle D getting a pick as well. Bottom main church. Uncle D, another one. That's Case to drop. 3v1. Not enough time, and that's a good round for Modest Militia. They delayed that kitchen hatch. That kitchen hatch was important to how they wanted to attack, and they wasted so much time with the Thatcher and the Habana and just couldn't do it. Good stuff from Modest Militia to open up their defensive half. And it looks like Bar State... Oh, nope. Gym Bedroom. All right, I got a little excited for them over there. Gym Bedroom is where they're going.
Yeah, Gym Bedroom, as we said, probably the second best side on this map. Some people prefer CC, but Gym Bedroom, mine and Palm's personal preference for this. CC gets a little stale, generic. Only a few ways to attack and defend it. Gym Bedroom, you got a couple more options, and it's typically easier to hold it. And as we see the defense bringing out the Mira again, Mira is great on the site. And then they're doing something that I love that the defenders on the other side didn't really take advantage of, is the castle on this site. Able to cut off lines of sight expertly.
Yep, and it looks like with how they're playing the castle, that they're going for a bandit jacuzzi wall. They're not going to let them have it for free. And the attacking team does not have a sledge as of this moment to easily deal with those castles. Which maybe they'll have breach charges from Mr. Thatcher, but that's still slower utility waste.
Attackers must locate and defuse the bomb.
And we do see them. Yeah. Well, let's see. It looks like it's going to be a CC side over. And I can't tell. I believe there's 2 defenders playing in cash right now. So there might be a little bit of a contention for the CC cash side. It looks like they have a sneaky little drone under the table that's able to spot the defenders in there. Let's see how useful that'll be in the coming attack.
It looks like Salt's just going to sit upside down rappel, playing aggressive before falling off. They do know that door is castled, so that's at least a safe space for them, along with the defenders. No one's actually playing in cash right now. Mosey with a C4 on Logicatch, I believe. Good.
Oh, and that's a Thatcher.
If they're smart, that jacuzzi wall not getting open. Mosey with a double, take out the Coyote. He's hungry for kills. He's about to take another gunfight, and unfortunately does not win it. Midnight Fire getting the first pick for her team, Super Soakers, to even up. Blanket's getting aggressive. Blanket gets the trade onto her. 4v2. A lot of time left in this round. Thermite and Flash being the only ones available or left. And okay, round's over. All right.
Just like that, the defense is able to whittle away the attack, and it's over immediately. It seems like. And a great place from Mosey able to stunt that attack.
Yep, and just like that, this is the first time since the beginning of the game where teams are tied. So, looks very defender-sided. Let's see if, much like Modest Militia, adjusting a little bit, if Super Soakers can adjust on their attacks. They're going to the tertiary site, CCTV. A bit easier to attack than Gym or Church Arsenal.
Yeah, and it looks like they're bringing out, the defense is bringing out all the denial with the Cade and the Bandit. Maybe going to be cading the garage walls, G1 and G2, to be able to not let the attackers get any angles on the Rafters players. And then maybe a little bit of a bandit trick on the CC wall? If so, that's going to be adding that extra little bit of that the attackers have to deal with to get open walls that we didn't really see from the other side much.
Yeah, the one thing I'm seeing is they don't have any catch to hold the Raptors, which is that's a bit of a hell in a cell. That's not an easy place to play without like a Jaeger or a Mai. Hell, at least if a zombie was up, a zombie can at least waste utility.
Yeah, that's a great catch from you there, Barm.
I like what you did there, huh? It looks like their lineup is very aggressive anyways with the Mozzie and the Vigil both up. Looks like they're going to take fights wherever they can to, get those advantages. Much like Mosey did with the previous round.
Yeah, and we see Blanket roaming over by the main master side. Oh, he might get the wrong side, and just like that, the wall might actually be open, and Blanket might be caught out and immediately kills from the 51 or CC window. Let's see, and the Mozzie getting really aggressive on the window. Let's see if the plot players can pick him off.
Yeah, Mozzie is down. Looks like he bit off more than he could chew, and he's been finished off. This is a 5v3, much like their first defensive round on Church Arsenal. They're down 2 people so quickly. Let's see if they can even out. Vigil of Blanket is getting aggressive. Let's see if they know each other's there, and he wins the fight. Much better for the defense now. 4v3. There's plenty of time left for the attack to make their move. Thermite lining up the Cade of Mosey, and they both end up pretty equal on HP.
Yeah, let's see, the attack's still trying to pick out the Rafters player. Looks like and the flank from Blanket able to pick out the ace on Midnight Fire, just like that. It's a 3v3 all of a sudden. As I say that, Nova gets a kill. I think he hopped in. He did, and they have cash control and are getting the plant down. There's a holding across from the plant. Let's see if they can get it down, or if the defenders can retake.
Yeah, the plant's down. This is a call pass. Blanket gets another pick. 2v2. This is very winnable for the defender. They know one's plat, and Blanket hears the one server. He gets the quad. He gets the ace, and that's the first ace of this game. They just need to find the case. They have plenty of time. Just look at the cash. Great stuff from Blanket that round. Mosey too, just, he held down Raptors and he did not let go. But good stuff from Modest Militia. They take their first lead of this match, which is huge.
Yeah, what a round from Blanket. He's been making big plays all game, but I feel like that was the biggest of the game so far. Not only to win the round, but it was to take the lead. And as we see now, the defense goes back down to the basement.
I only wish that when he was on a comp team with me, he would ace like that. But bet he did it at least here. So there's something. Looks like the Modest Militia are going back to Church Arsenal. Makes sense. They won that. Arguably, they shouldn't have won it. But the attack just couldn't get that kitchen hatch open. Good plays from the Echo of Terry and the Cade being brought.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Yeah, and as we see here, looking like a pretty similar lineup for the defense. I believe maybe just trading out the alibi for the Vigil, I believe.
Yeah.
But overall, the attack bringing out a very similar lineup to the first time. Teams are really liking the fuse on this bomb site today. Both teams bring it almost every time, I believe, and we're still seeing the Buck, which, like we said, great operator for the basement, able to do a lot of vertical play, which, very necessary on this bomb site. And in theory, should be able to stop the impact trick, so we'll see if they're able to stop that this time, or if the impact trick will decide the round once again.
Yeah, a correction, it was not the... Blanket was playing Solace last time they defended the site. I remember, and
you are
the
correct.
Super Stokers did not bring a fuse when they attacked us the first time. They brought the Habana instead.
Yes.
The rest of the lineup does look more or less the same for both sides.
And we'll see, the Heartbreak Charge, sometimes not easy to impact trick. With the size of the Heartbreak Charge, sometimes it's a little finicky impact tricking, so maybe they had that thought in mind?
Yeah, they are incredibly slim. They're like a nice pair of skinny jeans, And Norway taking some damage already. Is that from Blanket?
I don't believe so. I believe... Or maybe it actually was. Let's see, it doesn't look like they're going to maybe get an impact trick down. This fuse might be able to hold it off a little bit, not allowing the defenders to play right below the hatch.
Yep.
And Blanket gets a kill on Nova. He jumped out. That's the Ash gone. Let's see if Blanket could rotate back down the site, but it looks like he might get aggressive and stay contesting this.
Yep. Norway is down right now. Not sure if he's retrievable. I think he's just gonna need to crawl out of the kitchen to get to a much safer spot, and he is picked back up. Coyote, well aware that Blanket's still lurking in top secret, but he does fall off. He gets out. He recruits the team. You know, nothing wrong with that.
And we see that then Norway finally goes down. Took some good damage off the Echo, but is not able to get the kill. And as we see the Midnight Fire pushing down the main stairs, not able to get the kitchen hatch open once again. Maybe the Buck has it with his one heartbeat charge, but it looks like Echo is actively contesting that.
Yeah, he put Salt down to half health. This is not an easy experience to get that hatch. That's Terry's job. Nobody touched the kitchen hatch, you know.
Yeah, Modest Militia holding this hatch like hell. Just like that. Ooh, another contest there. Not able to finish it. Blanket pushing back up in lounge now. Getting very aggressive on this. For sprinting, almost able to get the kill. And just misses out on the kill. A little bit of a questionable play sprinting right there. But, you know, he's done good this round. Got his 2 kills. Put his team in a great position to win. That nade just barely misses that kill on the Cade.
Yeah, I think, you know, Blanket was just hungry for blood. You know, sometimes you get a couple kills and you just think you're invincible, and sometimes you get ego checked. And Midnight is just crawling into the site. I'm pretty sure she's on cam. Echo's on cam right now in dirt. Coyote does get a pick to even things out. She might get this plant down. That's 2v2. All right, she is by herself. They have the intel with the Echo cam, and she's taken down, and that's match point now for Modest Militia. Looks just like Super Soakers, just they don't have an answer for what Modest Militia is doing right now. And Modest Militia is taking advantage. They've won, if you include the last round of the last split, they've won 5 in a row now.
Yeah, it looks like this clubhouse is going to be a really defender-sided map. Only 2 attacking wins so far.
Yeah, 2. Yep.
I mean, now we see the defenders going back to Jim. Looks like they might be going for that bandit trick once again. And last time, I believe this round was decided almost by a great play from Mosey off the start. Being able to pick that Thatcher from the hatch with the nitro and then making a play or 2 in cash.
Yep, and Blanket also playing aggressive, got 2 kills that round as well. There was a 5th kill off screen, but that round was just nuts.
Attackers need to locate,
you know, everyone was fighting each other.
Bombs as they can.
Yeah, this lineup looks more or less the exact same since the last time. I think they dropped the smoke, and I don't believe the Mozzie was there last time on the defense. Let's see how the attack updates. We see a Nomad being brought as of right now. Probably to help subdue Blanket's bloodlust, but last time that this site was picked, there wasn't a lot of flanking going on. Granted, round didn't last too long.
Yeah, and we see Coyote switching back to the sledge, which we talked about the last round. They didn't bring, and that's going to be great for getting the castle barricades, and maybe even opening the Logi hatch, which we saw Mosey get a pick on. Great, I think that's a great adaptation from the attack, and you know, but let's see if it changes anything.
Yep. Looks like it's mostly focused on getting Jacuzzi open right off the rip, which, you know, that's fair. If you can get that open right away, then you don't have to worry about it for a while. Looks like they're putting a soft mirror on B2. Looks like reinforcements were, I guess, wasted elsewhere. That could be damaging for the defense, honestly. That's not an easy place to play if that wall is soft as a defender. Your feet will just get shot off.
Yeah, that soft mirror is really interesting strat. Yeah, I wonder if it was just someone reinforcing one too many walls, or if that was the plan. But Blanket able to get the pick on Midnight Fire. That's the ace. Maybe not even be able to deal with the mirror wall at all.
Yeah, but they, like I said, soft wall, they can still ash it, or just shoot the feet off the guy there.
Yeah, but first they're going to have to deal with this bandit trick. And, let's see if he's able to trick it, or if they're able to open the wall. I think he might...
He missed the trick.
Oh, just barely, but he's able to get the pick, though.
And just like that, 3v5. Low HP. Norway tagged a little bit, too, from the electricity. Things are looking kind of dire right now. Still a minute 40 left. Plenty of time for things to change for the better for Super Soakers. let's just see how they adapt.
Again, looks like the attack, maybe not knowing what to do, losing 2 people. Oh, and Blanket gets another pick onto Nova. Blanket's going insane this game.
Norway
Oh, and
just taking the fight, hopping into the shower, just good nighting Terry, trying to give his team a better chance. Gets another pick, Uncle D down. The defense still has 2 C4s, no intel ops, no BPs or anything to play off of those. And Norway's creeping for more, trying to make plays, whilst Coyote is sitting out on highway. 50 seconds left, 55 seconds left for the attack. See how they do.
Yeah, looks like the defenders may be playing more for a retake strat, although Blanket is playing a little aggressively, holding that jump in. Oh, and there's the Nitro from Mosey taking out Norway, and suddenly it's just a 3v1. It hops out, gets crazy, but gets smoked. Coyote hops in, does not have case in hand. He's going to have to retrieve that and probably pick Mosey, who has rotated over to Jacuzzi Breach. Does Coyote know that? It does not seem like he does at all. And Mosey smartly is just rotating around. It looks like they're just playing for time, making Coyote have to plant.
Yeah, playing off the auto is the smart decision here. He is nading main. Seems like he had a relative idea, and he walks to the gate. He's playing on concrete. Can't be C4 from below. He hears the attackers near, and he is taken out with a C4. And that's game. Wow. So, you know, a very defender-sided club. Good showings, like on different rounds from different players. You know, close game. Probably could have went to OT if you know a couple rounds went different. There was a lot of close rounds throughout the whole match.
Yeah, most definitely. This was a very close game. Honestly, Blanket was just kind of going crazy, and that might have been the deciding factor. Overall, though, I think there was only maybe 2 attacks won from total this whole game.
Yeah, and you know that was all they needed. Just great playing by the Modest Militia going to defense. They played it incredibly well, and they were able to take those 2 attacking rounds, which was all they needed after starting off down 3-0. So.
Yeah, and you know, great games from both sides. Modest Militia takes it with a final score of 7-4. This was the first game of the second week of Bro League. My name is Dilly. Parm is my co-host. Thank you, Dynamite, for the great observing, and we'll catch you next time.
Yep. Have a good one.